All right, let's talk the Exalt Pro-Ject harness. My name's Greg. You're watching How to Play Paintball. Okay, so like I had said, I was working the Exalt booth over World Cup. So again, thank you to those that had come out and said hi. But this was the new product that Exalt came out with. I didn't even know that it was coming out. I found out the day that I got there because someone brought it up on their computer, and then we had product, and I was lucky enough to be able to get one. There was limited quantities of these, but I wanted to go over the main features of this and to kind of show you the little things in here that Exalt did that I think are pretty cool. So I am going to be giving this away, so make sure that you watch through the whole video so that way you can get all the information as to how to enter for the giveaways. Okay, so I got the card off so that way I can kind of hold everything up and talk about each of the little features. So first thing I wanted to say is talking about the synthetic material here. Basically what this is, it makes it easier so that if you do get shot in the pack, it wipes off very easily. It's not like a cloth or anything like that where the paint can kind of seep into it and it might look like an old hit. It's going to keep this looking clean whenever it is that you do have to wipe off a hit in the pits, or if you're at practice and in between points. So that's one thing. So that's kind of like a normal whatever. The other thing that's cool is the actual grip tabs do have a rubber on both sides. So both sides have this material here that you're able to grip very easily. And attached to it is basically a seatbelt. So it's a very durable fabric because again, a seatbelt, it's not going to be easy to cut. It's not going to be easy to rip up or anything like that. So it's cool that they incorporated that into there, and that it was something that, again, when you're pulling pods constantly, it's constantly rubbing against the material here. So having that seatbelt material is going to help it last longer. So the next thing is the inside of the ejector tube, or whatever it is that you want to call it here. This is the one that actually has the strap on it. If you look inside, you're going to see that the plastic is kind of like a white plastic. And I was talking with one of the engineers over at Exalt, and he was saying basically the reason why it's white is that it's a virgin plastic. It's not going to be black or like a darker color, which whenever you see that, that means that the company went with recycled, and it's not going to be as durable. So this one, it's not going to crack very easily, so it's going to keep its shape very well, so that way you don't have to worry about it sacrificing any durability or anything like that when you've been using it for a while. So the usual thing that you see on most packs like this is just like a basic elastic strap. So that I'm not really sure how you can make that any better, other than I see that they did some extra stitching along the top here, but that, I mean, it's kind of hard to improve on elastic. That's going to be something that works really well. The other thing that's really cool is these elastic loops here. Now these elastic loops allow it to be, so let's say you play front and you only need to go with 4 pods, even though you probably should carry more paint. So like me, I play front Dorito, and I prefer to have the pods on the side of my body, just that way when I'm diving, I don't have anything extra up here. So what I would do if I was using this pack would be to keep these loops strapped on the inside parts of the little ejector sections here. Reason being is that it's going to help with keeping that more conformity, so that way you don't have anything extra sticking out. Because again, you don't want that little bit extra piece hanging out to be the reason why you guys move on or don't move on from a tournament because you got shot. So that was something that was a cool idea, of having these extra little elastic loops here. So that way you can kind of just have the loops out that you want to use, and then that way you don't have to worry about any extra pieces hanging out that might be getting shot. Before we get into the actual like belt construction, I just want to mention this little pocket here. This is just a cool little extra feature where basically, if you want to put your ID in there or your keys or extra money or whatever it is, there's this little extra pocket that's going to be strapped across with the other strap here, so that way it's nice and tucked in and it's not going to be going anywhere. It's not like the pocket is on the outside here, making it where there's a chance that you're going to somehow rip that off, or something is going to be coming out of there. So that's just a little extra feature that I thought was pretty neat how they did that. With the actual belt construction, so the actual belt construction here has this nice soft neoprene. This is the side that's going to be on your stomach, so you want to make sure that it's going to be comfortable. You don't want to have the older packs had like a very bulky, it was a durable material, but it was hard to kind of flex. This is going to flex with you, and it's not going to be like jabbing you. So that's a cool little feature there. The actual inside, so you have your lumbar support. Let me flip this over. So you have your lumbar support. It's almost like, it feels almost like a leather, and it's going to give you that good stability. But the thing that I really like is all of this extra sticky section here. Because it goes all the way around to your back, it's going to help with it not shifting around on your back. So that's going to be something that's going to be helping you out as you're running around. Now, probably the coolest part of the pack, when I, again, was talking with the designers about this, you're going to notice that the belts themselves are smaller than usual. The reason being is that when they were designing it, this is what they were telling me, is that a lot of people have issues where they have to pull all the way over, but they can't get the tightness that they want. So Exalt went with a smaller belt section, so that way you can get it as tight as you'd want, as well as having on the outer section here, the elastic can go all the way to this Velcro section, so that way the Velcro is going to be holding it as far over as you need it to be. That way you don't have to worry about the pack coming loose, or it not being tight enough. It's going to be shifting around. Since not everyone is the same shape, you want it to be where the pack is able to move with the player, but also stay in the place that they want it to be, if that makes sense. So that way you're still able to move around, but the pack isn't going to be shifting on your back, especially after a hard dive. All right, so that is the Exalt Pro-Ject harness. So it's a cool product. It was cool that they sent this out to me. So thank you to Exalt for doing that and allowing me to be able to do a video on this. It's really cool. I mean, literally this thing like just came out at World Cup. So it's cool that they sent this out. Now, the way that you will win this is a 4+7. So in these extra, there's 2 here instead of just the 1 like usual. All right, so how can you win the Exalt Pro-Ject harness? What you're going to do is in the comments down below, you're going to type in your 5 starting players for your fantasy paintball team. I want to hear who it is that you think would go out and just destroy everyone. Don't just put my name on there. It's not going to be helping you. There are a lot of players that are better than me, and I appreciate it. If you want me to be on a fantasy league, I'm fine with that. That'd be cool. But I want to hear the 5 that you would put out there on the field that you feel would just smash people in the pro league. And the other thing that I'll say is I am totally happy to ship this internationally, but if I do ship it internationally, let's say that you're in Europe or something like that, you're going to have to cover the shipping. If you're in the US, I'll cover the shipping for this. Don't worry about that. But yeah, somewhere around here, I'll put where when the drawing is going to be. So make sure that you get your submissions in before that. But please like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Thank you to AirUps. This is there's something really cool with this bunker. It's not just a regular bunker. So stay tuned for that one to see all of that cool stuff. And I'm actually looking at something else cool that they did. But there are going to be some more giveaways. I'm actually have a bag of stuff over here that I'm going to do more giveaways with. So you want to make sure that you like and subscribe and click that bell button so that way you know when it is that a new video is being released. But good luck to you guys. And as always, remember, watch, learn, win. Thanks.